In 2019, Conley's produced and shipped three 41-foot 6-inch wide by 110-foot long standalone greenhouses from Southern California to Nature's Pure Essentials in Michigan. Cal and his brothers Rod and Mike provided the labor to erect the greenhouse structures and systems. The project was completed in 2021. Cal shares with us key features of their cannabis production facilities in Shelby Township.
My name is Cal Kello. I'm a owner of Nature's Pure Essentials here in Vassar Township, and I began in the cannabis industry in about 2010 when it became legal in Michigan, and I started as a caregiver with 72 plants max, and now we're here in a 15,000 square foot facility, grow facility, and greenhouse. We bring the plants in when they're little babies, clones. We veg them in here for 4 or 5 weeks. 6 weeks maybe, and then we flip them to flower, and this is the result after, this is week 6. And we also use the sun mainly for lighting. The lights are, the 8 high pressure sodiums are supplemental lights. Only use those when cloudy days, so we're saving a lot of money on the electrical bill. Sustainability, that's the name of the game. Because in the future, we feel the price is gonna drop on the cannabis, and we wanna be able to grow it for a less price than our competitors on indoor grows. So our first course of action was to ask the township if we can erect greenhouses in the township. So once we got through that, we did our research, we flew out all over the country, looked at different model greenhouses, and we ended up with the Conley'S, which was the most feasible, and we felt that this was the greenhouse to go with. And designing it was pretty much easy. The sales rep from Conley's kind of helped us along and told us what we needed and what we should get. And here we are today. We built this ourselves, me and my brothers, and it was quite an experience. And we hope to do it again with more greenhouses. If you're considering a greenhouse, I would definitely do research and see how much room you need and have the right rep. Conley's did an excellent job with that. They helped us along.
There are many advantages to growing cannabis in a greenhouse structure. As Cal mentioned, one of the biggest advantages is the sustainability of producing a crop that is expected to drop in price. A greenhouse structure allows you to produce cannabis at a lower price per pound when you take into account the use of natural sunlight and evaporative cooling.
You need to have lots of air movement for the plants so they don't get the mildews or things like that. So we have an evap unit that's on the other end, an evap wall that cools the greenhouse down. There's no air conditioning in here. It's all done by water and air, and it's very economical to grow in. No air conditioning needed. And we also have exhaust fans, gable fans, and we also use heat. We got furnaces here that also dehumidify, help dehumidify.
Nature's Pure Essentials facilities include a state-of-the-art ventilation system that allows Cal the ability to maximize airflow in his crops. He also uses a light deprivation setup that triggers the plant's response system, allowing it to produce larger and better quality buds.
A light depth system in here, of course, with the greenhouse, and the light depth closes in 12 hours, 12 hours on, 12 hours off. It takes about 6 minutes to close. And when it closes, it's complete pitch dark here. You can't see in front of your hand. So that's taking the plants out, letting them think that it's winter time's coming, to flower bigger and better robust buds. This is our first time growing in a greenhouse, obviously, for commercial. And the difference between the two is astonishing. We normally veg for 8 weeks before we flip them to flower, but we found out in here after 5 weeks, they were getting way too big to go 8 weeks, and we flipped them after 5 weeks to get to this size. So it's amazing how fast they grow in here. And we're in the vegetative stage of the plant, and it's astronomical how fast they grew. They've only been here in 2 weeks. They were maybe 6 inches long. This is 2-week growth in a greenhouse. It's crazy how fast things grow in a greenhouse. So we're baffled on how fast it is.
Today, Nature's Pure Essentials plans on adding 3 additional greenhouses to meet their operations needs. When creating your greenhouse structure, Conley's is your building partner throughout the journey. We will work with your idea and bring it to life, taking into account what works best for your business, your end goal, and your crop. For more information on how Conley's can create the structure you're envisioning, visit conleys.com or call 1-800-377-8441.